Hi everyone. In this session we are going to discuss about Math Olympiad question, which is very easy to solve but people get stuck. Most of them are not able to solve this. So let's go through the questions. We have a question where you have x as a base and the power has a power x to the power of 4, which is equal to 64. So how am I going to simplify this? What's the value of x? So this question is most probably the easiest question. If we are going to solve, you'll come to know. So let's write down. Okay, so here we have the question x to the power of 4, which is equal to 64. So we have a law, exponential law, which is like, I'm going to write that down here. A to the power of m to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m multiplied by n, which can also be reversed. This can also be written as a to the power of n whole to the power of m. So basically we are going to use this law in our equation solving. Let's write down. Now we have this. I'm going to write that back. X to the power of 4. Now I'm going to take both sides, power of 4 on both sides. 64 to the power of 4, and here also to the power of 4, here also to the power of 4. Now what do? I have this law, a to the power of m to the power of n. Power to power, you multiply the powers, m multiplied by n. So now I can also reverse the order. I can write the first power inside and the second power outside. So what do I do in this is, I'll just reverse the order. I have this fourth power, so I'll take that inside, like x to the power of 4 whole to the power of x to the power of 4. Now this can also be written as x to the power of 4 to the power of x to the power of 4. That actually means it was x to the power of 4 into 4. Is that right? That's multiplied product. So that can be written as the second power, x to the power of 4 to the power of x to the power of 4. So you can write it like this. Now this x to the power of 4 whole to the power of x to the power of 4 is equal to 64 to the power of 4. I'm going to write that down. 64 to the power of 4. Now here what do we have is, we have something, we have base as something to the power of something. Is that right? Now let's see. 64 can also be written as 8 square. It's really simple. 8 times 8 is 64. So we can write it as 8 square whole to the power of 4. Now 8 square, now this again the same law applies here. A to the power of m, power to power gets multiplied. The powers get multiplied. So we're going to write that back. So we have 8 to the power of 2 times 4. 2 multiplied by 4. So that's equal to 8 to the power of 8. And that's the thing, like x to the power of x, something to the power of itself. 8 to the power of itself, 8 to the power of 8, x to the power of x. So that's equal to this. And here also, as you see, the base is same as the power. Base is x to the power of 4. The power is x to the power of 4. X to the power of x, something to the power of itself. Now let's write this down. We have x to the power of 4 to the x to the power of 4 is equal to, we got 8 to the power of 8. Now I hope you all understood what the solution is. Now when you have base x to the power of x, x to the power of x, so you can equate either the base or the exponents. So let's equate x to the power of 4 is equal to 8 and x is equal to 4th root of 8. And 4, that's plus or minus 4th root of 8, and that's your answer. Done. So that's how, this was the logic behind this. So you can just see that. Okay, let's see one more question like this. So we have a question which says, if you have 7 to the power of 8 equals a, 8 to the power of 7 equals b, what is 56 to the 56 equals to? Now the solution has to be in terms of a and b, obviously, yes. Okay, so how do we solve this type of question? This is also a math Olympiad question, so you can try solving this. Let's see. If you have something like this, 7 raised to 8, how can we write 56 in terms of 7 and 8? It's easy. 56 is equal to 7 times 8. 7 times 8? Yes. So let's put on 56. 7 times 8 whole to the power of this 56 can be written as again 7 times 8. Easy. Now, what is the law we are going to use here? We are just going to use this one. So we have A into B. This is A into B to the power. There's a power C. When you have product to a power, you raise each factor to that power. So A to the power of C and B to the power of C. You raise each factor to that power. Yes. And so let's write down 7 to the power of 7 times 8 times 8 to the power of 7 times 8. So we have raised each factor to that power. Yes. Now we are going to use this A to the power of B times C. Now when you have a factor and there's a product in the power, you take this as A to the power of B. You can also write it like this, A to the power of B to the power of C, or you can just interchange the things, A to the power of C whole to the power of B. It means the same thing. The product is the same. So let's write down. Now how should I know that I need to take 7 to the power of 7 or 7 to the power of 8? So let's see the question. We have 7 to the power of 8 and we have 8 to the power of 7. So that will simplify our answer. So let's take 7 to the power of 8 because that's equal to A. So we have 7 to the power of 8 whole to the power of 7. So we have power to power. When you have product, you can write it as power to power times you have 8. Now 8 can be raised to 7 as given in the question. You can write it 7 and then whole to the power of, you're left with 8. So we have converted into power to power. Now let's simplify. This is our A and this is our B. Easy. Now we have reached the final answer. Okay, so hope you have understood how we solved this. This is A to the power of 7 times B to the power of 8. So 56 to the 56 is just A to the power of 7 times B to the power of 8. That's it. That's your answer. This is how you solve exponential equations. These are some tricks. So basically the question looks really tough. So when you go on solving it using some exponential laws and use your tricks, you can easily solve the questions. I hope you like these questions. I'll come up with some more trickiest questions than this, and hope you like. So don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for joining. Bye bye. Take care.